Happy Wednesday, everyone. Oh, I'm so excited to be here with you again. I've got a really beautiful card for you today, and I'm going to introduce you to a new paper punch. It's one you will definitely want in your collection. Before I get started though, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kristina Reese, and this is Creating with Kristina. I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on my Facebook page, and then I upload these videos to my YouTube. So let me know who you are and where you are from. Say a hello, and let's get started. Okay. Punches are something every card maker needs. The biggest benefit to them is you can do multiple punches very quickly. Unlike a die that you have to crank through the machine, or even with, I have an electric one, you still have to press the button and wait for it to go through. Punches are a lot faster. They're heavier and bulkier, however, dies, you need the big machine. So they have pros and cons to both sides, but paper punches are definitely something you want, especially in geometric shapes, so that you can punch out sentiments or images. And today's paper punch is the new, oh, it's got a little smudge on it. It is our new Posted for You Love, what is it called? Posted for You label punch. There we go. Hi, good morning, Candle. Good morning, Nancy. So this is it, and I'm going to bring it up a little closer, and you can see it's like a postage stamp, okay? And the stamp set that goes with it, Posted for You, very cute. And it has Sending Love Your Way, Just a Note, Happy Birthday, the mail cancel seal, the special delivery, love, some cute birds, and some flowers. All right, so that is what we are using today. I'm so excited. I love purple. How many of you guys out there love purple? Oh, cannot make enough purple cards. All right, our base is Gorgeous Grape. And then what I want to do is put a layer of light Highland Heather. And if you can see, I've embossed it. This is our, the little flower embossing folder from our Ornate Garden Suite. Okay, so, and just put that right on there like that. Then I pulled some gold, a gold die thing. This comes from the Forever Greenery suite. And it's all these beautiful gold dies, and there's just tons of them. So really fun. So I've got that going. Then we're going to put our punch here, some ribbon, and bling it all up. All right, let's get started. First of all, let's go ahead and stamp our image. And I have picked the little morning glories here. I'm going to be painting with, or coloring with, the Stampin' Blends, the alcohol markers. So I'm using the water-based Mementos ink. Okay, there we go. And the colors I'm using are Highland Heather and Granny Apple Green. All right, so bright and cheery. Well, good morning, Evelyn from Germany. How are you? Awesome, awesome. And Kim, hello, Kim. All right, so we're starting off, and when I color with my alcohol blends, I always start with my lightest color first, and I just quickly go and color the whole image that I want purple in the purple color. All right, got that. And then this one. And this one. All right, so I've colored them all in the light Highland Heather. What I do then to give it a little kind of dimension is I go in with my dark Highland Heather, and wherever there would be a shadow. So down here in the center of the flower, and I'm just kind of coming up and following the lines. Excuse me. Behind, where a petal may fall behind another petal, there would be a shadow there. Okay, so there's really not much. And then this one you really definitely are going to have some shadows. It's showing the back side of it. Okay, and then once I've gotten my shadows in, then I go back with my light and I do my blending. Okay, and just real quick, the alcohol just blends together. It bleeds together and it blends it. And there we go. All right, so our little morning glories are now purple. And then we need to quickly do the leaves. And so I go in with the light granny apple green on the leaves. Then I'll go in with the dark. Oh, yes, Nancy, thank you. Yeah, I love purple and green. I think that's so pretty, especially the bright granny apple green. I really like it. And I'm doing the stems in the darker. It really doesn't matter, but... Okay. All right. Then, like I said, I go back where the two colors meet and I just kind of rub them together to create a blend. Okay. All right, that was fast and easy. So all colored. Get out our punch. And we just put that right in there. Whoops. Okay. There we go. Now, we also need our sentiment, and our sentiment is the happy birthday, and I'm going to do that in the Gorgeous Grape. And I just have a 1/2 inch strip paper here. And you should have tons of 1/2 inch strips whenever you're trimming a white paper. You tend to have tons of these strips, so I just keep a whole stack of them. And then I got purple ink on my fingers. Oh well. Okay, trim this back some. Right there, that looks good. And right there. All right, so that's that. Now let's put our card together. We have an embossed folder, so we need liquid glue because we have such a uneven surface back here. It's much better to do a liquid adhesive. There we go. And just glue that right onto our card base. Okay. Then I have some ribbon that I haven't used in a long time, and this is from last year's end colors. This is that purple posy, and so I got some of that out, and I'm going to put that down. Oh well, that's okay. I meant to tuck it under, but that's all right. I'll just trim it. But ribbon always does stay better with adhesive, and so we're just going to go ahead and put, actually, this isn't strong enough. What I need is, ta-da, tear and tape. That's what I need. All right. So I need to make sure this is the right length, though, since I forgot to wrap it in the back. I'll just take my snips right there. Ooh, you can see me shaking. There we go. Make sure it looks nice on the other side. Okay, it looks like it needs just a wee bit of trimming right there. Okay. Now put our tear and tape on here. And it's okay if your tear and tape goes over, because you can just lift it back. There you go. Tear that off. And the trick is getting the backing off of this. It is always very tricky. Come on. Oh, you're so close. I can feel it wanting to lift up. We'll just sit here this morning till I can get this tear and tape to come off. Come on. All right. How about if I get some tools here? Maybe that'll help. Come on. Well, you guys have any suggestions? I am getting a little bit frustrated. Try the other side. Come on. Oh, did it do it? Yes. Ha! Yay! Phew! I feel so much better now. Okay. I'm having a wonderful morning. All right, so we have our purple strip. Now, so I have this gold piece here. I want my ribbon to come out. Well, yeah, you can see past my hand there. I want it to come out where there's a straight line there. So that's about right there. And just line that up on the edge and go straight across. Perfect. Okay. Now, this piece, actually, let's put our Post-it note and our happy birthday. Now, one thing I want y'all to notice, that the gold rectangle is a little longer. Okay, I mean, you can center it, but when you put the happy birthday, you kind of block off. There's nothing down here, and it looked kind of weird for me, and I thought, you know what, if I push that up, if I could pull this piece down longer. Oh, that's easy enough. Why don't I just take a scissors and cut right, let's see, right there. Okay, and then we'll take this up at the top. Okay. And then we'll take this down at the bottom, and the happy birthday will cover up the gap. So I just made my postage just a little longer. Okay. Yay. And now this can go right there. And now we have some stem underneath it. I am going to pop my little guy up. So where are my dimensionals? Here they are. Oh, you know what else I'm going to need to do is make a decorative edge here. Now we have a banner punch that makes these decorative ends. We have one that does fancy, and then in the new holiday catalog that comes out August 4th, there's one that does these flag tails for little 1/2-inch strips of paper. Yeah, y'all definitely want to get that if you don't like doing your own flag tails. Kind of losing my voice this morning. All right, there we go. Oh, Evelyn, you got something here. Oh, tweezers, thank you. She says, I've got a small tool to lift the backing off. I don't know the English word. Okay, but it's used by kids in the kindergarten. Oh, man, great. Oh, if you could, yeah, I would definitely love to know what that is. That sounds like a great tool. All right, and then I'm just putting these kind of in the middle because the banner kind of goes off the edge. So there we go. Okay. And then just even that right there. And voila. Okay, perfect. I'm going to pull that up so y'all can see it better. Yay! Okay, now we want to put it on our card. Oh, goodness, I might have put that ribbon a little too far up. Well, it's all right. This can come up a little bit. There we go. How does that look? Yeah. Okay, I like it. It's good. And of course, this needs to be up on dimensionals. There it is. I was like, where did they go? So this is a really quick card. It makes, when you buy these die cuts, it sure does make creating a card really fast. Of course, we have specialty dies that make pretty backgrounds like this, but to have it pre-done already for you, you just have to take it out of the package and use it. It's so nice, especially when they're gold. So, all right, right there. Okay, almost done. I never can make a card without a bow, but you know what? I think my bow is going to be too much. I really want a bow on here. I was going to just put it like right there, but it really hides everything, doesn't it? Yeah. The bow down here. What do you guys think? Over here. Right there. I might have to do without a bow. You like it without the bow? Is that okay? I sure do like the way that gold really sets off those flowers. That is so pretty. I I'm so thankful you all came and watched today, and we had some conversation. That was great. That was great. If you like this tutorial and you want the written instructions, just put written instructions in the comments and I will be sure to get that to you. Also, Candle says, no bow. Well, no bow it is. Also, I do, my weekly newsletter also has a card tutorial that is exclusive just to my email subscribers, so you can get another tutorial that way. And I can't think of anything else except I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will be back Friday with a fancy fold 9 a.m. All right. Bye-bye, you guys.